I mentioned in the first half of the episode Subway as probably the thing that for anyone over the age of like between 30 and 45, right? When you think of franchise, I think that's what people think of. And the food industry, I would imagine, is, even if not Subway, the thing that most people are going to think of with franchises. Could you dispel the myth that that's the only type of franchise and give us an idea of other types that are out there?
This is probably when I'm asked to dispel myths, this is probably the number one that comes up all the time. And, I understand why that's a very common perception. When we hear franchise, we look around and we see the Subways and the Dunkin' Donuts and the McDonald's. They're very, very visible, very prominent examples of franchising. If you look at the North American market for franchise opportunities, there's around 3,800 different offerings at any given time. And around half of them are in some kind of restaurant, fast food, hotel and lodging kind of field, which, there's often restaurants within the hotels, right? So they're kind of one and the same in a lot of, well, they're not one and the same, but they're not uninterrelated, let's say. And so that makes up about half of the world of franchising. So that leaves, well, what are the other almost 2,000 offerings that people can consider? They're largely service industry businesses. So I'll break that down into three kind of general buckets, what I mean by service industries. There is a very large world of home services franchise offerings. So if you're a homeowner, think about all the ways that you spend money to maintain things in your home, to fix things that are not working, to improve or embellish your residence. There are hundreds of great franchises that appeal to these various types of home services markets. And many of them also have a commercial side to their business. And B2B, business to business, would be the second large kind of general category where you'll find a lot of offerings. There are hundreds of franchises that cater exclusively to commercial customers. That could be in IT services, all different types of marketing services, staffing service. It could be commercial property maintenance types of services. So we do tend to do a lot of business in business services. We work with a lot of corporate professionals that are used to professional business environments, and they can be quite attracted to business services. And then thirdly, this is a big bucket that I would term consumer services or family services. And that could be anything from pet care to elder care, education or enrichment for children, fitness, beauty, these types of services that families and individual consumers are going to utilize every day. So you don't have to be wired for food or be interested in food to have a lot of choices that you can consider in the world of franchising.